Hey guys, it's Jasmine, otherwise known as Jazz Monique. So if you're new here, welcome to the fam. Hope you'll stay. We really appreciate new friends. And if you're returning, thank you again for tuning in for another one of my videos. Make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button so you can get a notification every time I post. Because I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I'm a little entertaining. If I'm not, y'all honestly can let me know, but I think I'm a little entertaining, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so anyway, today's video is sort of a conglomerate of a couple things. The first main important topic is I started my master's program for my master's in nursing in August. It is now January, so I've gone through a whole full semester of grad school, and now I'm gonna give a review. I had a lot of people ask me questions when they found out that I got accepted into my master's program. So I'm getting my master's of science in nursing. However, my specialty track is to become a neonatal nurse practitioner. I am currently a NICU nurse, so that has definitely raised a lot of questions because I know that is a path that a lot of bedside NICU nurses do decide to try to take. So I'm just gonna give some information about my program, the different requirements that I had to fulfill, as well as I'm sort of gonna give a review of how I think my first semester of graduate school went. So hope you guys will stay and let's get to it. Okay, so first I'm gonna talk about both the experience that I had to have before applying to grad school, as well as some of the other requirements that I had to fulfill. So experience-wise, most neonatal nurse practitioner programs are going to want you to work in either a level 3 or a level 4 NICU for 2 years. All of the programs that I looked at said the same thing. So what I mean by a level 3 or a level 4 NICU is NICUs are ranked on the complexity of babies that they are able to undertake into their hospital. So 1 would be the lowest and level 4 is the highest. So I currently work in a level 4 NICU, and I've worked there for 1.5 years, and then I worked in a different level 4 NICU for about 6 months after graduation. So since I graduated from nursing school, I've only worked in NICUs. I've only worked in level 4 NICUs. So by the time that I reached my 2 years, of nursing in August, like August 8th, and I started school August 24th. So I can't say this for all programs. My program specifically requires you to have that 2 years of experience before you start your clinical rotations. So I don't start my clinical rotations until this summer, so May of 2022, whereas I started in August of 2021. So even though I was kind of cutting it close, or it seems like I was cutting it close with those dates, I knew that I had until May to get my 2 years of experience, and I was gonna have about 2.5 years at that point. So I will say there are a lot of nurses who think that 2 years isn't enough. I am actually probably one of the youngest and least experienced students in my program. A lot of my other classmates have been nurses for 9-10 years. Some more than that. They have families, they have kids, so it's definitely a different experience. So if you get your 2 years of experience and you really want to go back to school, and either 1, you feel like you're not ready and you feel like you need more experience, that is perfectly okay. You're not going to be behind. Get the experience that you feel like you need to get in order to take that next step. Or if you're like me, you've gotten your 2 years, you want to be a neonatal nurse practitioner, you know that is the end goal for you. Do not let anyone discourage you, because I did face that. I faced a lot of people telling me that they didn't think that I had enough experience to enter into this program. And I will tell you that, not to toot my own horn, but I'm doing fine. Amazing. Actually, my GPA is higher than it was in undergrad. So yeah, I'm just saying, know yourself, know your experience, know your knowledge, know your end goals, and definitely go for what you believe in. Okay? So other requirements that I had to fulfill were very similar to what I had to do for my BSN, my Bachelor's of Science in Nursing for undergrad. So you have to get a background check, you have to get a drug test. I had to get letters of recommendation. I obviously had to apply. I had to do an interview process when I was applying to grad school. It was actually a video interview process, so that was something a little different. So what would happen is you would log on, and a question would come up at the bottom of the screen. You would have about 15 to 20 seconds to read the question, and then a camera would turn on, and I was supposed to repeat back the question and then sort of give my answer, and that is what was sent to the admissions board. I was admitted into grad school during the midst of like COVID at its very worst. So I do understand that it was going to be a little bit harder for them to do in-person interviews. Also, my program is 100% completely online. So I take all of my courses online, and I have classmates that are in different states. So I'm currently in Ohio. There are some people who are in Pennsylvania. I think I have one classmate that's from California. So we have people from all over the country. So the video interview process does make it a bit easier for the admissions. So the video process does make it a bit easier for me and my classmates to connect with the graduate school. So another thing that's interesting about my program that I like to share with people is that my program is 100% completely online. So I take all of my classes online. Me and my teachers have not seen each other face to face as of yet. So you take all of your classes online, and your clinicals are at a site that is somewhere nearby you. It's all coordinated through the graduate school. However, you don't really, it's a different feel because you're not in class with your classmates, like sitting next to them. You don't take your test in person. Everything is sort of from the comfort of your own home. So I do like that about my program because it does offer me a lot of flexibility with some of my classes that are online, but they're asynchronous, meaning that we don't meet at specific times and specific days. They sort of just give me assignments. They open them up on a weekly basis, and I need to make sure that I do my work in that time. I also do have some synchronous classes, which means that I get on Zoom with my professor at a certain day and a certain time. So for example, in fall semester, I had pathophysiology of the neonate on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 to 12. So at that time, I was not sleeping, I was not at work, I was on the computer with my professor. So that is something that I've noticed is a little different, is that my program is kind of a hybrid, and that was sort of the first time that I had encountered that when I was looking at other neonatal nurse practitioner programs. So I definitely think that's something cool. Some people like it, other people don't. I kind of enjoy the mix because I think it's good to be able to have sort of that face-to-face, screen-to-screen interaction with your professors and being able to ask questions in class. Other times it's not my favorite thing, but I definitely like to let people know that that's something interesting about my program compared to others. So yeah, I appreciate y'all having me. That's really all I have to say. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because I'm going to have more videos. And don't you want to see them? I know you want to see them because you're trying to see me and hear about what I got to say. But anyway, okay, I'm going to stop. All right, thank you guys so much. I love you guys. I hope everybody has a beautiful week. Much love.